Welcome back, and let's react to AleXa's 2020 K-pop dance medley that just came out today. Because I'm really interested to see what songs got picked, because surely it's not all of them, it's only like a little over 6 minutes long. I'm assuming there's going to be some ITZY in there, but I wonder which song. And if you're new to K-pop, you might not know just how good of a dancer AleXa is, but she is just like one of the very best. And so anything that she's going to do is going to be super strong and done really well. So this is just exciting to watch in general. So let's do this. Yeah. Her core strength is goals. The way she changes speeds and just the effortlessness that she has when doing things like that kick in the air, it's just so pleasing to watch. I know I already talked about ITZY, and like I am full on ITZY, so I talk about them a lot, but if you watched their Asian Artist Awards, yeah, there we go. That performance where Yuna just like effortlessly, lifts her leg. That is difficult.
You should make a wish. I'll take you anywhere. Make a wish.
The strength that she has here. Yeah. Jeez, are her hips even actually connected to the rest of her body? The way that she kind of goes up on her toes, that's so pleasing to watch. Okay, we get wannabe. Okay, so she didn't do the full-on back bend, but that's also harder to do when you don't have people to help hold you up, so. Oh, okay, so we get two ITZY songs. Oh, she's missing some stuff in this one. I mean, we got 97 versions of Not Shy. Of course, I'm going to notice it. And she still did a good job, but it's her own interpretation. Okay. The thing I think is kind of funny about AleXa is that her voice actually sounds more suited for J-pop than it does K-pop. Oh. Okay. It is always interesting when you're watching people do a medley of what they're going to do. Because again, 2020 was a year of a lot of really great songs, at least for K-pop. I will say that K-pop did better than a lot of the world, just because they did a better job of kind of slowing everything going on with coronavirus in the beginning so that they could actually have people still going into studios. Most of what happened in America were things that were like recorded in home studios. That's why Taylor Swift was able to put out a couple of albums. And yeah, I do find it interesting that it was very segregated between like guy groups and then girl groups. So having all of the NCTs and ATs and Stray Kids and everything in the beginning, and then suddenly Twice, ITZY, Jessie, Twassa, and of course yourself. Because, I mean, that's way more than a humble brag. That's just full on, look at me. Here's my choreo. AleXa does things with such aplomb. She has this endless energy. And that's why her performances can be so just extreme. A lot of times she'll come out with something and people will watch it and just be like, what? But it's what she always does. I'm not saying stop being surprised, but I'm saying look forward to the surprise because she always does, edge it up a little bit. I don't know all of the dances in this medley equally, so I don't know how many she kind of switched up to fit a little bit better. I said I could recognize that Not Shy wasn't quite what the actual choreo is. Close, but not quite. But again, I have seen that choreo so many times. Hundreds. Possibly getting into thousands. Because again, we have like 16 or more versions of Not Shy videos. All the dance practices, all of the watching it live, the teaching it to IU, the award shows where they changed up the things just a little bit. There are so many of those that I was able to go, okay, so when she did the little paintbrush move, she kind of just like stayed in one place a little bit. When she did her little, she didn't go up far enough. It's the little thing. She didn't have the correct isolation on the arm movements. So again, I noticed it for Not Shy. Wannabe, she just didn't do the back bend thing enough, which again, more difficult to do when you don't have someone there to physically hold on to. So having that, and then Yeah, so seeing that she can adapt these things into something that, even if it's not quite correct, still looks like it might be, it says so much about her as a dancer. Just as a performer, an artist, and whatever else you want to call her, as long as it's something positive, she comes through. I may not love her songs as much, they're just not as much my style, but I have mad respect for her. Because how could you not? Like, you saw that performance. She was killing it. So often, there's this idea that guy group songs in K-pop are the only ones that actually have difficult choreo. And she showed in the songs that she did choose that they may be more strong in the way that it seems, but that there is so much else to take into consideration when determining strength. So having a move that is more isolated, it's almost like miming, as though you're pushing something harder, and it's that speed change that really makes it seem as though you've got strength going with it. And a lot of times that's just what guy groups get to work with. They get to work with that change and flow. And girl groups often get left to do things that don't involve that amount of isolation and timing changes and all of that. And she showed some examples of where they do, and they are just as strong. They require more flexibility usually. And not always, because, again, that kick in the air, you gotta be pretty flexible for it. Like, I can do it, but can I do it as smoothly and as slowly? No. So, again, it was a pleasure to watch. I still criticized it because, yeah, like, it wasn't perfect. And it doesn't need to be, because it's having fun. It's like new year, new fun things to do. And when you're paying homage to another artist, you're allowed a little bit of leeway. It's not your choreo. You can kind of do whatever. So, any move that you like to do, it doesn't matter if you're doing it correctly as long as you're thinking positively about the artist when you do it. I think that's the end of my reaction to that stuff. And I think that's all I have to react for that. Do this kind of stuff if you want to see more. When you leave a comment, tell me particular things you want to see. Follow me on Twitter. And yeah.